Yay for day one! It's also nano, which is just a coincidence, but it's so exciting. How are you? Are you ready to go? If you are maybe doing this challenge alongside with, or if you happen to be writing NaNoWriMo, as this happens to coincide with NaNoWriMo, which was an accident. But anyway, this is my day one of trying to write a book in 30 days. So my goal today is to do 3 sprints minimum, but 5 is the actual goal. I want to get around 5,000 words, but I am a little late getting in today, so we'll see how that goes. I'm not going to beat myself up too much about with it. Kind of excited and nervous because it's a whole new series, it's a whole new genre. I worry that, you know, I might get stuck on something, but I'm also excited to just be writing and jumping into something completely brand new, a whole new world where I can just make everything up. I'm sorry for the jumping around, that's the cat. So yeah, this is just me. Before I start, I have 0 words at the moment and my computer's all ready to go. I've got my coffee in this rather chipped mug. Paint's come off, who cares? And I will try and update you later. So I write in Google Docs, and as you see I have a document set up for me here. So this means I can't disconnect the internet because I need this to work, and I also track my word counts in here. So what I'm using is this application called Self Control, and I've got all these things here that I tend to find myself procrastinating on. So this is one of the things I'm going to set up for myself, is to block anything I'm likely to use. So I'm going to set it for 3 hours like this, and when I'm ready to go I will click start. But alongside this I'm also using this application. It is called Be Focused. I did pay for it, it's not that expensive, and I use it all the time. And if you can see that it says I'm going to do 6 sprints today, because this is what I have it set for, and then I do in 20-minute sprints. And so basically when I click this, it will just start counting like that down, and it will sound alarm when I'm done, and then it will give me a 20-minute break between my writing sprints. So the goal is actually to do 5 of those today, so 20 minutes and 10 minutes is half an hour, so that's 2.5 hours, but I'm going to set this for 3 hours, and there's probably going to be some breaks in there, so this will probably end up being set for longer anyway, because obviously I'm not going to just write 5,000 words in one go unless I get really flowing. So yeah, so these are just the tools that I use. I do also, as well as writing in the Google Docs, I actually write in Word. Oops. So I have a blank document, this is just a saved document, and this is if the internet goes or something like that. It's kind of like my backup, so I write in here, make out my word count at the end of the sprint, and then copy this, paste this into my Google Documents. It's just a little bit of added insurance for me to make sure that everything's saved. I apologise if you can constantly hear dogs in my videos. They have to bark at everything possible on the planet and they drive me crazy. So yeah, so I'm going to get to the writing. So this is going to be a recurring theme, me recording from the car with my updates, just because if I tried to record in my house it'd be absolutely crazy. So I'm just, it's fine, this is just how we work. So I managed to get 5 sprints in, and that comes to a total of 5,357 words for day 1, which I am super happy about. I wanted over the 5,000 words. I actually thought on my first sprint that I was going to struggle because I kept getting disturbed. And I was just like, oh my god, first day and I'm just disturbed to crazy. And the first sprint, I got about 650 words. So I was like, oh no, this is just going to be how it's going. I did get disturbed a lot, to be honest, but I managed to focus and get myself sat down and in the seat and writing, which is an amazing thing. But I also got off, let me find it, Stuart Bache is the guy who I have hired to do the cover, and I'm not sure if you can see this or not, but it looks pretty amazing. It's probably backwards, but I am super happy with the cover that he did for me. It looks amazing. So I will, once I get into a good flow with this, I'll probably get it up on Amazon for pre-order, which is nothing like putting the pressure on myself. So yeah, so I managed to write 2 chapters. The first chapter, which pretty much with crime fiction sets up the crime and the discovery of the body or the actual murder. So I've done that. I've set up the crime, and the second chapter introduces us to Alex and his life and where he is at the moment. And it's ended on he's just literally been called onto the case. So that's, as they say, the inciting incident. It's, you know, I've shown Alex in his normal world, and now I've just gone and brought an incident to him, which will send him on the way of the book. So I'm not sure if it's going to be helpful. Maybe it will be if I kind of talk about the beats of a book as I hit all the beats that you're supposed to hit in a book. So obviously I've hit the character in his ordinary world and the inciting incident part so far. So my next chapters, hopefully I'll get a couple of chapters written tomorrow, and yeah. So I'm pretty happy with today, over 5,000 words. That's pretty good. So this is day 1, me closing off, and I shall see you tomorrow.